Okay, water signs, happy Wednesday. Welcome to your daily focus tarot for today. And what cards you should focus on. We have Eight of Swords and Ace of Wands and King of Cups. Okay, Eight of Swords. This talks about self-imprisonment. It talks about a victim mentality, being isolated, listening too much to your inner critic. You have the potential for liberation, but you're allowing yourself to continue to feel trapped. And the clarifiers are the Devil in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, Queen of Swords in reverse, this talks about cruelty. It talks about being either emotionally distant or being overly emotional and ambitious. It talks about being easily influenced by others in a negative way. And the Devil also talks about the influence of others in terms of the influence of the world, like advertising, keeping up with the Joneses, that type of influence. So when it's in the reverse, it can talk about succumbing to temptations, being vulnerable to that sort of temptation of overspending, over drinking, overeating, spending time and energy and effort on the wrong types of things and people. It can talk about being detached from yourself on a very deep level because of that influence of others, because of being influenced by them and being manipulated by them. So this Eight of Swords really focus on being your own influence, setting boundaries on the time that you spend around others, listening to others, having your life influenced by them, your opinions influenced by them. Really start setting some boundaries on that in order to get yourself out of this trap, in order to get yourself out of these negative thoughts. Now the Ace of Wands, this is really a good focus because this is a focus, it's a potential, it's a new beginning for growth on a deep soul level, a deep spiritual level. This is a new beginning. And the two cards that came out were the Emperor and the Hermit. And the Hermit talks about going within, seeking your own higher counsel, your own higher guidance, to find that light, to find that path that is uniquely yours, and to get onto that path. And the Emperor, he talks about abundance too, because he's like the Empress. So he talks about that too, but he talks about it in a different way. He leads and he calms the chaos that's around you. He calms those negative thoughts, those things that are influencing you that shouldn't be influencing you. He takes the lead and he puts structure into place to protect you and set boundaries from that. So he is calming that chaos with authority, and that is leading you to the abundance, the knowledge, and the new growth. So put those structures into place for yourself. And then we have King of Cups. King of Cups talks about emotional stability, talks about mental stability, having that leadership and that vision for your life where you're going to be stable moving forwards, and how to achieve that. He also leads with authority, and even though it's about emotional stability, it's also about mental and spiritual stability. and setting those boundaries. Now the clarifier, Page of Wands and the Chariot. Chariot is about creating union between two halves of yourself or two parts of your life. So like the conscious and the unconscious desires, and the devil speaks about unconscious desires in the material world. So the Chariot, you're conquering those desires. It's all about having that willpower to guide yourself to where you want. You conquer both sides of yourself, the good and the bad, the conscious and the unconscious, or you conquer, if it's referring to a duality in your life, work and personal life. You conquer those, you get them into balance, and then you're able to use that willpower to move forwards once those two halves are in balance and in unity again. And Page of Wands, this talks about a message, an inspiration. You're doing your research. You're trying to figure out how to do this, how to get out of this Eight of Swords, and how to get this emotional and spiritual balance that you want. And you're going to get like a message. You're going to get an aha. You're going to figure out how to do this and have this transformation on a deep level. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.